Good morning once again. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, the whole world. Thank you so much for your patience. Once again, we recognize the presence of Her Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. Thank you so much, Ma, for your presence here and for your love for the MSMEs. And to our Honorable Excellency Otuba Femi Pedro, we thank you also for all what you've been doing with SMEDAN and the MSMEs in Nigeria. Our indefatigable DG, we're happy to have you here once again. I will just take us through the plan for today. We hope our panelists have all the agenda for today. We will be starting with the national anthem after this, my short introduction. Then we have the welcome remarks from the DG. We will have goodwill messages from our partners and our stakeholders. Then we go to the keynote address, which will be taken by Her Excellency Ambassador Miriam Katagun. Then we have some MSMEs that we've brought here that would like to say their coping measures during the COVID-19 challenges and lockdown. And we go through that. We have a panel segment. We have our wonderful panelist members, and we have the moderator, Mrs. Ndidi Uwuneli, who has also been waiting patiently here. We have our wonderful MSMEs that would like to display some of the great things they've been doing and some of the great work SMEDAN has also been doing as well, okay, and what the government has been doing. And we have a segment for talking about interventions for our MSMEs. Thank you very much again for your patience, and we are live now and we're ready to go. So we will start with the national anthem.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To stand with us and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Okay, thank you so much. And of course, we arise for our great country, Nigeria. We obey the compatriots call. We would like to go again over a short video documentary that showcases the challenges the MSMEs went through during the COVID-19 lockdown, what SMEDAN has also been doing, and how the federal government of Nigeria has been very supportive. A very short documentary. Enjoy the view.
On April 6, 2017, the United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution recognizing the crucial role micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises (MSMEs) play in achieving the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Resolution A/71/279 designates June 27 as Micro, Small, and Medium-Sized Enterprises Day, with support from ICSP, the Permanent Mission of Argentina to the UN, authored the resolution that was presented to and negotiated with all UN member states.
Big contributions of small businesses. The United Nations has rightly determined that micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises have an outside role in meeting the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and not just the most obvious goals like ending poverty, reducing inequalities, increasing work and economic growth. But even as small companies create such a large proportion of jobs, there remain too many obstacles to their success.
The most interesting part is that apart from the unfortunate part of the COVID-19, there is also a fortunate part of the COVID-19 because a lot of enterprises emerge as a result of the COVID-19 lockdown. And I think there are a lot of people who came up with a lot of innovation on this face mask, hand sanitizers, and a lot of other businesses.
As an organization, Leapworld has been involved in development of small businesses in Nigeria. We are also a training partner firm to the UNIDO HP Life project, learning initiatives for entrepreneurs.
No patronage, no cash flow, because there are no economic and social activities that will create demands for their product and services. So most of them resorted to producing PPEs, face masks for individuals and organizations to enable them remain in business.
The effect of the pandemic on our business. The crude palm kernel oil is further processed into edible vegetable oil, which is a household product. And the palm kernel cake is also used for animal feed. And the red oil is also a household product which is consumed at home. But what helped us was that the raw materials that we use, which is the palm kernel nut, is locally sourced, and we don't need any importation of our materials.
We've been able to bring a lot of high-yielding, impactful projects and programs such as training, entrepreneurship development, capacity building, even advocacy, just like we are partnering with SMEDAN for this year's MSME.
I think all the efforts and the intervention by the federal government is centered on small and macro businesses. And then we have to have an intervention which will cater for the macro businesses. Macro, they are at the down of the pyramid. And these are the people who cannot even access those kind of loans that are being rolled out by the banks. I think there should be a very strategic approach on how to support the macro businesses, and the part of the support I'm suggesting to macro businesses in Nigeria, which constitute about 40 million of Nigerians, is providing grant to those kind of businesses, because these are businesses which when they have a capital of 20, 30, 40, 50,000, it will make a great impact to those kind of businesses. And these are the kind of businesses that keeps on the space so that the MSME can survive it, first of all, and the economy will grow, and there will be a creation of jobs within our local communities.
Okay, thank you very much. We will now call on our DG, who has been doing a great work. DG, you are next. We would like DG to give us a welcome remark. DG is going to address us. So DG, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, DG, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
okay,
DG,
thank
we
you
can
very
hear
much.
you.
Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State, Hajia Mariam Katagum, we thank you for joining us today, and we thank you for your patience to remain with us throughout the hitches that we witnessed today. Your Excellency, the Chairman of the Board of SMEDAN, His Excellency Femi Fedro, and all the board members who join us today. Then the UNIDO representative who is also with us, the head of federal government agencies, all their representatives on this platform, leadership of the business membership organizations, NASME, NASI, AWEB, and all other PMOs, the panelists, the moderator, our partner Leapworld, all other stakeholders that have joined us today, and all the Nigerian MSMEs. Good morning and God bless all of us. On behalf of our partners, the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, Leapworld Limited, I'm delighted to welcome all participants to this year's virtual celebration of the World MSME Day with the theme COVID-19, Great Lockdown and its Impact on Small Businesses. Given the COVID-19 pandemic, the theme is apt and is geared towards supporting the MSME through the COVID-19 crisis. As the agency of the federal government saddled with the responsibilities of facilitating and development of MSME subsector in Nigeria, I wish to thank our partners and other stakeholders for supporting MSME in various forms. As we are aware, 27 June 2020 fell on Saturday, and based on the need to carry all stakeholders along in the MSME subsector, necessitates the hosting of the 2020 World MSME Day today, 30th June 2020. As the theme of this year's World MSME Day implies, discussions on current and post-COVID-19 pandemic economic challenges and survival strategies are crystallized around macro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, whether it is in developed or developing claims. MSME have proved their worth as a stimulus subsector. They have become well recognized as a bedrock for economic growth. They present a vital platform for boosting technical, technological, entrepreneurial capacity among the most vulnerable of the society. They offer opportunities to drive jobs, wealth creation, as well as income distribution within the society. In Nigeria, the 2017 National MSME Survey revealed that 41.54 million entities, and this employ over 59.7 million persons, or 76.5% of the workforce, contributing 49.78% of the nominal GDP and 7.6% of the export. The foregoing figures give a perspective picture at the permanent place of MSME within our economy. The vast majority of MSMEs in Nigeria, however, are macro enterprises. Firms employing less than 10%, they make up to 99.7% of these numbers. The federal government of Nigeria, in her effort to contain the impact of COVID-19 on small businesses, through the Nigeria Economic Sustainability Plan headed by the Vice President, Professor Emi Osibanjo, has strategically rolled out the following strategies. Number one, payroll support, low interest loan without prescribed collateral from small businesses, guaranteed uptake of MSME product and services, loan restructuring with adjusted moratoriums. Specifically, the Central Bank of Nigeria has rolled out 50 billion naira COVID-19 palliative for MSMEs, in addition to the ongoing agribusiness of small and medium enterprise investment scheme, SMEDAN intervention. SMEDAN on our part, in collaboration with ministries, departments, and agencies such as NAFDAC with the e-registration platform, have jointly and severally provided innovative solutions to reposition the subsector during and after lockdown, using the following strategies and schemes. All of one local government, one product, CGS conditional grant scheme, NADEP, National Entrepreneurship Development and Empowerment Program, BDS support, Business Development Service support. In conclusion, I want to welcome and thank all participants once again and wish all very fruitful deliberations and resolution, particularly with respect to profiling solutions to the challenges by this global pandemic to small businesses. As we have it in SMEDAN, our slogan is think big and start small. We thank all participants for their patience. Thank you and God bless all of us.
Thank you so much, DG, for that wonderful welcome remark. And we really appreciate what SMEDAN has been doing and the federal government of Nigeria. Next, we would like to have a special goodwill message. We have our partners and they have goodwill messages, and they will also like to tell us some of the things they've been doing and what they have on the table for us. Next, we would like to call one of our key partners, UNIDO, and to talk for UNIDO, we have Mr. Jean Bakole, the regional hub head for Nigeria and the region. Welcome, sir, Mr. Jean Bakole. We'd like to have you to give us your goodwill message from UNIDO and some of the things UNIDO have for our lovely and wonderful MSMEs. Thank you, sir. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam. Your Excellency, Ambassador Miriam Yaloyai Katagun, Minister of State of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, my dear friend, Mr. Maru Diko Rada, DG of SMEDAN, and all partners and stakeholders attending this important meeting today. Good morning. I'm very pleased on behalf of UNIDO to be part of this celebration of this year MSMEs Day, focused on COVID-19 crisis, with the title of the Great Lockdown and Impact on Small Businesses. As you may know, the UN General Assembly, through its resolution, declared 27 June of each year as Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Day, which aims to increase the awareness and support to for SMEs. I would like to comment on behalf of UNIDO, the government of Nigeria, especially the Ministry of Industry, Trade, Investment, and of course, SMEDAN and all stakeholders for making this day possible, despite the time we are living right now of this COVID-19 pandemic. As you may know, globally, according to the International Council of Small Businesses, formal and informal MSMEs represent 90% of all businesses and to the crisis and have less maybe access to support. In the same vein, 26% of youth-led firms risk shooting down permanently within 3 months when compared with 18 for non-led firms. This undoubtedly underscores the importance of the theme of this occasion at this difficult time. To ensure SMEs continue to play a critical role in the economy, we need to ensure that these MSMEs have access to finance and markets, as well as able to deploy digital transformation to thrive and weather the current storm. This new normal therefore calls for our collective efforts to enhance the resilience of SMEs inclusively in a sustainable manner. UNIDO remains, I would like to say officially, committed in Nigeria, also in ECOWAS region and other countries across Africa, to strengthening the growth of SMEs in Nigeria in particular, through the excellent ongoing cooperation between the government of Nigeria and UNIDO, and especially through the current country program implementation, which is promoting the SMEs and private sector development. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the government of Nigeria and of course, a number of other partners who are supporting the implementation of this country program. And we hope that through this situation where we are rethinking our strategy to revamp the SMEs to be again in the business, we hope that really the support will help us, as I said, to move ahead and to support the MSMEs. Accordingly, and I finish by that, we are developing a project to support the effort of the government in reducing the vulnerability of SMEs in Nigeria and adverse economic shock through capacity building and startup development.
Okay.
Allow me to conclude to wish to all of us a very successful event while we look forward to discussions on how to mobilize adequate resources to support MSMEs development in Nigeria and create synergy between them and others in the ECOWAS region and in Africa. Happy SMEs Day to all Nigerians and to Africans. I thank you very much.
We just finished listening to Mr. Jean Bakole. He's the UNIDO representative to ECOWAS and Regional Director, Nigeria Hub Regional Office Hub. Thank you so much for your wonderful message and for all UNIDO has been doing for MSMEs in Nigeria and globally. Okay, so we also have a goodwill message from NASME. We're going to have the president, the National Association of Small and Medium Enterprises. So, Sir Aguade, we have you on now, sir. So it's okay for Sir Aguade to come on behalf of NASME. By the way, NASME has been playing a great role. We all know that the board chair, Otuba Femi Pedwa, His Excellency, is also here. And that shows how the great role and the great importance they put to this day that we are marking and celebrating. Sir, so it's okay, you have the floor now to speak to us from NASME.
Okay, hello?
We can hear
you. Me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay. I want to say, Your Excellencies, I've been here since the beginning of the meeting, but I tried to speak when they asked me to, but I wasn't permitted from here, because I was muted from there, and I couldn't unmute here. So they just done that now. I'm sorry for the delay, not coming on the same time. Are you with me? Am I on to everybody?
Yes, sir, you are on to everybody.
You are on. We can hear you. Just go ahead, please.
Okay. Your Excellencies, our Honorable Minister of State for Industry, our brother, our friend, Mr. Jemba Kole, representative to ECOWAS and regional director of UNIDO, our own chairman of board, Your Excellency Otumba Femi Pedro. Permit me to stand on the well-laid existing protocol. Goodwill message delivered at the virtual live meeting of 2020 World MSME Day celebration with the theme COVID-19, the Great Lockdown and its impact on small businesses on Tuesday, today, 30th June 2020. On behalf of Board of Trustees, Council, and indeed entire membership of Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprise in all the 32 states of the Federation, including Federal Capital Territory, where we currently have presence, we'd like to congratulate UNIDO, the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, and our own Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN, on this very important celebration. As we are probably aware, the importance of MSMEs can be summarized in their contribution to sustainable development as follows. 1, they make up over 90% of all farms. 2, they account for 70% of global employment. 3, they create 7 out of 10 jobs. And 4, they account for about 50% of our GDP. This information incidentally coincides with our own information, which is from International Council of Small Businesses, ISBC. The theme, COVID-19, the Great Lockdown and its impact on small businesses, is therefore very apt and timely. Impact of COVID-19 on Nigeria MSMEs. Small businesses are being hit the hardest by the economic fallout of COVID-19 pandemic. Unprecedented lockdown measures enacted by government to contain the spread of coronavirus have resulted in, 1, among other things, all the supply chains are disrupted for businesses. No matter what you are doing, you can't do it in the vacuum. You need a kind of people to go on with you in your business in form of supply chain. All the supply chain for businesses were disrupted. Number 2, there is massive drop in demand in all sectors. Even when you have the goods there, no factory, nobody to buy. Number 3, the perishable and agri products sustain one of the heaviest losses at this time. Number 4, many MSMEs have lost their shops and places of operation as they could not afford to pay rent for the period of lockdown, which is now about 5 months. I want to draw our attention, Your Excellencies, I want to draw our attention to the survey carried out by Faith Foundation, of which NASMEL was a part. And among other things, the following came up from the survey. Overwhelming 94% of businesses surveyed reported being negatively impacted by the pandemic, particularly in the areas of cash flow, sales, and revenue. 2, about 47 of the respondents were positive that their business may survive the pandemic. 3, about 22% I'm not sure whether they will be able to survive or not. And 30% reported that they cannot survive the pandemic, this pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. Now, if you had the 20% plus 30%, we have about 52% of businesses that may not come back. You will see that this impact is very great. Unemployment, the findings also show that 82% of the people surveyed said they will retrench 1 to 5 employees. Today's unprecedented crisis will therefore, Your Excellencies, require an equally unprecedented response from the entire Nigerian government and public sector. What has the government done? We need to thank government for the fact that we have never had it so well with the attention that the government is giving to MSMEs. It has never happened. Unprecedented attention. That is number one. Number two, MSME business clinic has also been very unprecedented. Government has tried in these areas as most of our members' problems were solved or resolved or about being resolved at the MSME clinic. And at this point, I want to, on behalf of NASME, give a greater thanks to our Vice President, because we followed him around the whole country for his personal touch on MSME clinic. And three, the 50 billion COVID-19 fund, which many of our people have referred to. But having said that, there are many other things to be done. Let me start by the COVID-19 50 billion intervention. This, I will summarize it by saying it is coming too slow and too little. Our people are not getting it the way they are supposed to be. In NASME, we put together all the names of our members in the 32 states, and we had about 300. And we sent it to Mistra Microfinance Bank. Up till now, we, by our own estimate, information, we just have about 24. And I have it state by state, 2 in Borno, 2 in Enugu, like that. So we know that the country is wide, but we are saying that we are not getting this money. So if the giver is saying we are giving, and the receiver is saying we are not getting, something should be done, Your Excellency. Number two, we even want to request that what we need is grant and not loan, because a lot of our members cannot nor may not be able to navigate all the documentation and the intrigues in banking documentation and marketing documentation. So we will request that this funding should come in form of grant, not loan. And I want to also appreciate the federal government. Recently, they approved 2.3 trillion packages, trillion naira as packages to stimulate the economy. And this is coming at the right time. We also request that some of our members have loans, that they should please just give a stoppage to interest, if only for 6 months. We are not saying we should not ask them to pay the loan, but we believe that, especially because the band is not too wide, people employing from 1 person to 200 people, they belong to this category we are talking about. And that we want to be done when the chiefs are down. Your Excellencies, I still have a lot to say, but I will probably have to stop here and wait till when we will be on the discussion table. Once again, I congratulate the UNIDO, the federal government, and my own territory, SMEDAN. God bless you. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, Sir Aguade. The government, the giver is listening, so I'm sure. So the giver has heard the receiver. Okay, so sir, the note is being taken. Okay, so I heard the part that the giver said they are giving, but the receiver said, so the giver is actually listening, and I'm sure that will be addressed. Thank you so much for that inspiring speech and for telling us some of the challenges and some efforts that the federal government has made. I'm sure some other questions that we have as regards funding will be addressed.